Thank you so much.
Yes, Sonali. Again, thanks for your time and your knowledge sharing. So over to you, Sonali. You wanted to brief about yourself.
Would you like to share my screen or?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. You can take control from here and then start. So let me stop sharing.
Sure.
Stop sharing. You can go ahead. Start sharing. Yeah, we are able to see your screen.
Are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah. You can
Sure.
go to the presentation.
Yeah, please. Okay, sure. Are you able to see my screen now?
We are able to see your screen.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Thank you
please
so
go.
much for taking time to join the meetup. I welcome all of you, and especially it's a night time. I really appreciate joining this meetup and spending some time in learning what's the digital transformation is, what's the importance in, and what are the current trends in digital transformation. Also, how designing API strategy and how MuleSoft can help us win the customer by providing the ultimate solution for digital transformation. Just the safe harbor statement in every meetup you read, so I don't spend much time on this. Uh, and you will definitely have the quizzes and the prizes. So the agenda for this meetup is like what's the digital transformation, current trends, how to design API strategy, what's how MuleSoft can help us in digital transformation in achieving the organization outcomes and lot of the benefits. How it's how it became a one-stop solution for achieving the goal of digital transformation and various case studies we will see. So first I would like to start with the uh, why the need of digital transformation. What is the current scenario we have in the organizations are facing right now, and why they need digital transformation. What are the current situations are not satisfiable and it's not no longer needed by the business or by the consumer. So let's take our day-to-day life experiences as an example and think just for a few minutes, think like you are a customer. So so what uh, so basically, in our day-to-day life, we are using technology in a very large scale. Like most of the time in the day, we spend a lot of time in the technology, using mobiles, using websites. We do a lot of things on the websites. We get the information. Like through Google, we do online shopping like Amazon, a lot of other online from the online sites. Also, we even do the grocery shopping. We pay our car insurances. We do our banking stuff online. Like if you think like we do a lot of stuff online, and we as a customer want the very best experience online. We just want the results very accurate. Whatever information we are looking on Google, we just need a very accurate information. We also from the Amazon, we want to select the best products, we want to shop the best products, and we want to shop the products with only one few button clicks. And also we need a very easy banking experience as well online. So we, as a customer, we do lot of we want to have very enhanced experiences, very easy experiences in our day-to-day task, whatever we do online. So, but we, as a customer, we never think about lot of processes are happening by the organization to provide these services, and we make our experience very smooth. We never think about it. But as the organization who are responsible to provide these experiences, from last 5 to 10 years, it becomes a big challenge for them. Why it became a big challenge? Because let's take one online shopping use case. So if you just shop a single product online, and you just see that whenever you give the order, it shows you the list of products, and from the list of products you select one or two products, and you order online, and you do the complete ordering flow, and you do the payment, and you submit the order. And when you submit the order, it gets shipped to your place, and you get the product. So just to have that use case satisfied, the organization who is providing us the service, it is for that use case, it has to connect lot of application. It has the data is flowing from lot of integration, lot of connected applications, so that we can, as a customer, that we cannot see how all these processes happening behind the scenes. But so here in the slide you can see like the user flowing from this to this and this and this, and lot of applications are involved here.
Sonali, if you don't mind, can you go on full screen maybe?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So continuing this, like in the fast, again in the recently, after the Uber and the Airbnb companies came, the complete scenario is changed. The organizations don't want to create the assets; they just want to utilize services provided by other companies, and they just want to enhance their customer experience and enhance their speed, enhance their project delivery timing also, and also do everything in the less budget and generate more revenue. They want to do everything without making their assets, like they just want to utilize the assets available. So if you observe in that, there is an explosive growth of system ads every year for the organization, and that makes the integrations, the systems, the maintenance, that makes it more very, very complex, and every year it's increasing. So this traditional integration approaches, they can't keep up with the current trend, because 80% of the data is not connected, and you see and the organization is spending more time in creating and maintaining the integrations rather than spending time on the innovation. So current integration approaches and current system infrastructure, it's all current integrations, it all become like very brittle, very bottleneck, very rigid. So companies spend a lot of money, they spend a lot of time, they hire more resources just to maintain the integrations, just to create the integrations, but those data is not, those data are locked up they are not available to any other business group, any other employee who is working, who need that data. That is not available. That data is not connected. That data is not accessible. That data is not discoverable anywhere in the organization. So it become like siloed. It's not and it's not very it's not giving any that data resides in one place in the organization. It is not the legacy data, that is historic data that is available with the organization from a long time, that is not even usable, and that the maintenance requires more money, but it is not getting beneficial for the organization. So how to change what's the solution for this current situation? Currently, if CIOs are facing very widening delivery gap because the business demands are getting higher. The IT is working at the same space, little bit faster, but not meeting the business demands. The consumer are very smart nowadays, and they want very enhanced and very easy experiences, very smooth experiences, and the currently IT is not matching up with those demands. The demands are getting higher and higher, and IT delivery is still at the same space. So delivery gap is really higher. At the same time, IT budgets are still the same. They are not as the business and consumer demands getting higher, the budgets are not increasing. So again, that is another biggest hurdle for the IT and the organizations. So what exact CIOs are really focused on finding the solution for making their organization and making their services responsive, very efficient, and very resilient. Like they just want the answer, like how quickly they can unlock and integrate the data to deliver the critical time sensitive projects, like how they can increase the speed and agility, and how they can make the systems respond like faster, more efficiently, so how they can remove the complexity and how they can make their systems more resilient, like what kind of investment they do to make set the team and the business for to make sure that organizations and the teams and their businesses are set up for success and growth. So this is the like biggest challenge for CIOs nowadays, and how they want to what's the solution they have. So here, if you see this slide, like this is the recent benchmark report of 2021, and like it shows that 97% of leaders report the need of integration span across the organization. It requests more integration projects are increasing across all the business functions. 92% of IT organizations say that integration needs to expand beyond IT to a wide range of business areas. And like 91% of the organizations that own public and private APIs, that is like they increase their productivity with the APIs and reduce their cost, and they have a lot of other benefits by using the APIs. So what exactly the digital transformation is? So digital transformation is nothing but it's a big move in thinking how to digitize every part of the business that needs the technology to operate. What happened, like business nowadays, to nowadays, like business also require IT to work with them and meet their consumer demands. Like what business want to fill up the consumer needs, what exactly the consumer wants. Business set their focus on the consumer needs. They want to satisfy the consumers more effectively. So they just focus on their consumers, and they want IT to be a part of their to work with them, to be a part of them, and then deliver the solutions that meets their customer needs. So digital transformation is nothing but it's a biggest move in thinking, like how to digitize every part of the business that needs technology to operate. So also, it's digital transformation is a way by modern enterprises changing from siloed organization where data and assets are locked away to an integrated, connected company where data can flow freely and can be used by all parts of their business. So basically, digital transformation is the process through which CIOs can change their organization in like they can like make the data and assets which are locked in the organization. They make the integrations in such a way that the data is accessible, it's connected with every part of the company, and data can flow easily, and data can be accessible throughout the organization, to the business, to the partners, to the vendors, to the employees who need that data. So every part of the business, every part of the organization can easily access the data. So that is the transformation that needs to happen to meet the current current delivery gaps. So digital transformation is the way, or I would say it's a big move in thinking, thinking the how to digitize every part of the business that needs technology to operate. So let's see what are the current trends current trends in digital transformation that shapes the organization. So if you observe, like in last 5 to 10 years, or if you observe like closely, the before 10 years we never had like these smooth consumer experiences, more and on every channel. Now even on the wearable devices like smartwatches, we get the same experience that we get in the mobile, and also on the mobile applications we get the same experiences as the web application. So, and even on more other channels, and like, so how that so that is all with the digital transformation. In last 5 years, organizations started working on the digital transformation, and that shapes their organization, and even that's the best way they make satisfy their consumer needs. So what are the current trends? So first is the connecting the consumer experiences. So make so connect every part of the organization, like people, business, and also the assets, systems. So by connecting everything, that gives us more smoother consumer experiences. The complete focus on getting more smoother, more nicer, more efficient consumer experiences by connecting everything in the organization. So second is the data. So data driven businesses. So businesses needs to be driven by the data. So data, what kind of data organizations have currently? So they have their historic data that is with them like from many years. They have the consumer behavior data. So they have their application data. So all from all the data, they can combine the data, they can analyze the data, and from rather than maintaining the data, they can use that historic data, they can use the legacy data from the legacy application, they can use that data, and they can, from the consumer behavior experiences, from the from the application data, so various application information they have, so they can combine all this data, and they can do the analysis, and what they can definitely think about how they can use this data to make the organization more efficient, how to meet their consumer needs and demands, and how to by using this data, how they can achieve the business goals. So that is the data driven business approach. Third one is artificial intelligence and machine learning. As all of you know, like from last 5 years, the artificial intelligence and machine learning become the important part of every organization. Why it became the important part? Because through the artificial intelligence, all the repetitive tasks, they just organization want to automate it, so they can focus on more important and creative and innovative tasks rather than the repetitive task, doing every time the same task and spending time and more money and more maintenance. So completely automating the repetitive task gives more time to the organizations for the innovation, for creating new products, new flows for the consumers. So that's the third approach. Fourth one is multi-cloud computing. Multi-cloud computing, nowadays we have like organization, lot of third-party cloud systems available, like AWS, Microsoft Azure, lot of Cloud Foundry, like lot of other cloud computing systems and tools are available. So data storage can be with the cloud computing, the data storage is very easy, and also it's accessible to from anywhere, and from any time on. So that's the multi-cloud computing approach to make with that. With this approach, like it's because to make the data more accessible, easily accessible to everywhere. Fifth one is partnering with the IT to turbocharge the business. So nowadays, it's not like IT and CIOs are just focusing on the projects and they just do the project by project delivery. This is not the scenario anymore. For the digital transformation, IT and business both has to work together. Even IT has to understand the consumers, and also they need to understand the consumer, and they need to provide the solution that consumer likes. For that, they need to partner with the business. They also need to give some asset ownership to the business, like experience APIs. So like all, and they have to work, and even business needs to leverage the IT. Even business has to help IT and get the best, provide them the best consumer experiences, the consumer behaviors, and IT needs to deliver solutions that meets the best experience and best consumer experience, and that achieves the business goals. So that is the partnering with IT to turbocharge the business. That's the another trend in digital transformation. The sixth one is co-creating the value and with the external stakeholders. So earlier the scenario is like organizations were not but not sharing the data to their stakeholders, to the external stakeholders like their partner companies, their vendor companies. So now the scenario is changed to meet the consumer needs, to meet the best experience. To they need to share that data, share the organization data to their partners, so they can help the data out, and they can help the organizations in achieving their business goals and organization goals and vision and mission. So that's the another approach of digital transformation. Seventh one is like fueling the business performance with the APIs. So we all know why APIs, because CIOs need to make data accessible, discoverable in the organization, and APIs with the data and the services, and APIs are the best way to provide to in like APIs are the best way, they can be reusable assets for the organization, and data and with the APIs, data and services will be very easily available to any part of the organization. That's why, and business performance is also fueling with the use of APIs, as we have seen in the last slide, like 48% of the 48% of the IT delivery managers are saying that 25% of revenues, organization revenue, grow by the use of APIs. So the best practices for digital transformation. So what's the first step of planning digital transformation strategy? So first step of planning is start with the CIOs and the central IT. CIOs, they must transform their role, like their role from chief information officer to chief integration officer, or chief and to make this digital transformation happen. And central IT also, they must change their ways it organize itself to cope with the harness of the opportunity of business transformation provides. So like IT needs to become strategic partner with the business, as we discussed in the last slide. The CIOs need to become chief integration officer by embracing the integration as a primary task. Why integration is a primary task? Because 80% of the delivery managers are saying that integration is a very crucial part of the digital transformation, and that's a very difficult part as well, because 80% of the time they spend regularly on maintaining the integration for the existing project, to creating the new project. They work on building the new integrations. So that 80% of the organization's efforts, revenue, like budget, everything, the efforts and the skills and everything goes in the integration task. So that's why it became the primary task for the CIOs. And for IT and CIO both, to create the capabilities and not the project. So mainly not think as like project by project basis, but CIOs and IT needs to think about the as the capabilities and not the projects. So defining the core capabilities in reusable building blocks, that's APIs. So so creating the capabilities of CIOs and IT need to think about creating the capabilities, defining core capabilities. Even business can help them out here, like defining the capabilities, and IT can implement those capabilities into reusable building blocks. So they can implement the APIs that can be reusable. IT can make APIs, so like the core capabilities are in all reusable building blocks. So not thinking about like single API, just to think API as a product itself, and design that API for the ease of consumption. So that is make the more organization or the enterprise as a composable enterprise. Is the biggest playing the big role in making the whole enterprise as a composable enterprise, and making the core capabilities in reusable building blocks. Secondly, easily manage for security, scalability, and performance. As we all know, like it's very easy to secure the APIs, make it more scalable, and scalability is definitely improved, and the performance is definitely improved by 25% of their organization revenue. Performance of the systems are definitely efficient with the use of APIs, and reusable building blocks can be discoverable and accessible through the self-service. So, as per the benchmark report of 2021, the data shows that IT delivery managers 48% they respond like APIs generate more than 25% of their organization's revenue. This is really the big impact for every organization, and that's what they are looking for. So they can invest more in the innovation. They can create new products and new services to meet their consumer demands. So this is the excellent way to the APIs plays a very important role in digital transformation. So let's see about this. There is a blueprint defined by the MuleSoft for the digital transformation. So this blueprint is not a one-size-fits-all path to digital transformation, but this is a standard characteristics that effectively working for most of the enterprises. And this is with the MuleSoft's digital transformation blueprint, and enterprise can easily access digital competitiveness and identify their path forward. So it's a kind of instrumental. This blueprint is completely instrumental in helping the most of their customers establishing and advance their application network maturity, and also the integration capabilities. So this blueprint has the 6 main elements that we can see one by one. So now first is the digital strategy. So first, so in the strategy, what we need to make sure is to alignment of technology team and the business partnership, as we discussed earlier, and with having the API strategy that will definitely see in the later phase. So having the API strategy aligned with the digital strategy and the digital transformation goals, and having a roadmap with shared KPIs, key performance indicators, that refresh regularly. Second point is like API-led integration should be the default approach for all the projects. For this, executives need to make it very intentional and mandatory across the organization. That will come into governance element, but here it also applies the same, that API-led integration or API first approach should be mandatory in the organization. Third point is application network breadth and depth is tied directly to business outcomes in an API economy. So that covers the main points of defining the digital strategy. Second element is the organization and governance. So executives all the C-suite should make the API-led adoption as the API first approach or API-led connectivity approach as mandatory for the digital transformation. Second is to make sure that API-led approach is popular in the enterprise. So they should make some incentive programs for the API-led and the reusability of the APIs. And third one, they should have some governing mechanism that leverages the application network visibility to enable built-in security, compliance, and efficiency. Third one is the software development lifecycle. So this element is it's a very important to modernize the existing architectures into the API-led connectivity architecture to support the connectivity across the enterprise. So with this API-led architecture and the application network, all the data components, digital assets, everything will be connected, and that's the goal that we want to achieve as the digital transformation. So a scaled and agile SDLC. So that is for increasing the reusable asset production and consumption. Make it like automated, multifaceted testing and reporting in the SDLC with complete continuous integration and continuous delivery. Fourth one is discoverability and the self-service. So that this element is very important to make the data accessible and discoverable across the organization. Whoever wants to use the data and the service should be discoverable. This is a very important element. Like all the APIs and integrations should be easily discoverable across the enterprise. It should be intuitive, like self-service with the asset recommendations for employees, partners, and customers.
Sonali, we are not.
Muted.
Yeah, we are not able to hear you.
Can you please unmute yourself? You are muted.
Yeah, let me check if I'm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sorry about that.
that's
Hello.
yes. But now we can able to hear you.
Oh, so you were able to hear me so far?
No, no, just 1 minute. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
Um, you able to see my screen now?
Yes, able to.
Yeah. Thank you. So, this is the uh, discoverability and self-service. Uh, so the next element is the operations. Like operations, the infrastructure should be coherent with the like both the architecture and the business needs with the global DevOps culture. Integrated, social, specialized, and the constantly innovating troubleshooting tools that should be required in the operations element, and also the operational KPIs through the published dashboards. So with the through the like operations task should be easily manageable with the dashboards, that kind of easy service they need for the operations. Community and evangelism. So community, like for the digital transformation, to have a successful digital transformation, community is very important. Like it should be vibrant, internal and external community that empower the application network effect. they first they aware about all the application network effect, like how the application networks are very beneficial for the organization, and uh, how they can use application network, and enterprise-wide enablement programs that that spread the experimentation-based innovation, that improves the innovation efficiency in the organization, and also the global awareness for the platform success. So this is very important, the having the awareness about the platform success in the organization. Next, so this is all about a digital transformation. Anybody has any questions here?
Not so far, Sonali.
Sure. So I'm just making sure that whatever I just deliver, like it should be understandable. Like if anybody has any question, just let me know. I can just give the solution like right away and give the best answer. Yeah, so next is like designing the API strategy. So every digital transformation approach should it's a APIs are like very important to make the digital transformation very successful in the organization. So you should have your API strategy aligned with the digital strategy. So there is a blueprint for APIs designing the API strategy. So there are four major steps. So first one is the establishing the digital strategy. So to design the API strategy, first the digital strategy should be established. So the process, like what are the main steps you need to follow in establishing the digital strategy. So first, the alignment of stakeholders against the opportunities, competencies, and the problems. Alignment of the stakeholders means the IT and the business stakeholders should be aligned. Second is to articulate the business outcomes. So first defining what the business outcomes they are looking for to achieve through the digital strategy and the digital transformation as well. Determine the target audience. What the target audience is, what the end user, who are the end users, and what exactly their needs. So that should be determined in this phase. Validate the ecosystems and the business models. The first, you should make sure that ecosystems are validated, and business models are in place. Defining the experiences and prototype solutions. So you should define the consumer experiences that you want to achieve through the digital strategy, and you should have a prototype in place for how you are going to achieve those consumer experiences. Next is the prioritizing the roadmap. So you should have a clear roadmap. Next is secure executive alignment. That is very crucial. Like all the executives should be aligned, in alignment, and also with the stakeholders for the API-led connectivity approach, API first approach, and to make the digital transformation very successful. The outcomes of the steps are first established business case in the business or the business plan, the prototypes, and the roadmaps. So once the digital strategy established in the organization, the second step comes in API strategy is aligning organization and the culture. So every organization has their own culture, so they need to align the organization and their culture. It's a kind of change with the digital transformation. initiatives, there is a culture change as well in the organization. So the socialize, so the steps for that you need to follow for the alignment is socialize API vision and the executive mandate across the organization. So you need to socialize first in the organization what's your API vision is, what you want to achieve, what exactly the goals behind the digital transformation, and why the executives making it mandatory across the organization, making the API-led connectivity mandatory across the organization. Second is establishing the trust, security, privacy as organization-wide values. Uh, Third point is like driving the service-oriented culture. That's very important. Like organization should drive the service-oriented culture to establish the API vision to make the integrations more effective, secure, and connected. So, to achieve the digital transformation, they need to drive the service oriented culture. They should prioritize the services across the organization. Uh, so, organizationally aligned teams by service boundaries. Hire the domain experts. Definitely, you need the domain experts. You need the integration experts. You need that good employees, skilled employees. So for to make this digital transformation successful. So the outcomes for this step is the number of employees certified. So if your employees are not skilled enough, that they need to take the certifications, they need to take some extra knowledge for and get them certified, so the number of, so enhance their skills so they can make them more expert in their field, so they can help the organization out in the achieving the APIs designing the API strategy, and as well as achieving the business digital transformation. Achievement against the hiring plan, and also the API consumer score. Those are the outcomes of the second step. Third step is to evaluate and build supporting tech. So that is important. Like assemble, if either you uh, buy from the third party, or you build APIs, or you build, but it's like full life cycle API management platform tools. Second is establishing the API architecture. Like establishing API architecture means converting your existing traditional architecture into the API-led connectivity architecture. Commence the KPI capture, consolidation, and dashboarding. So make the operations very easy with the dashboarding. Activate the security best practices. So in this, by doing all this task in this phase, the outcomes you will get is the time to market for the new apps, like or the new APIs. Second is availability, uptime. Third one is the security KPIs. So these will be the outcomes of this third phase. And fourth one is the engage ecosystem. So engaging ecosystem, in this step you will you will build the community. You will publish the developer portal and the developer productivity tools, so the development can be enhanced and improved, and it becomes more faster. Formalize the training and certification offerings, definitely for the employees. Uh, develop develop the different programs like hackathon, like programming events, like all the internal or external. The versioning support, the incentivize community partnership. So all these are steps to engage the ecosystems. The outcomes will be like number of developers registrations, API calls, the new apps develop, and the developer conversion and retention. So these are the 4 steps that is standard practices that we follow in designing the best API strategy in any organization, in any industry. These are the 4 steps that we need to follow. All the sub tasks in each step, it's not all the mandatory, that it all depends on the organization. But if you follow most of them, you will definitely design a best API strategy. So here I just give you the quick overview of the API led approach, as you are all aware about the that's what I'm guessing, like you are all aware about the MuleSoft technology and what's the API led connectivity and API led approach. So API led connectivity, it's a MuleSoft approach, and it's a modern APIs. Like APIs are defined in 3 layers, like experience APIs, the process APIs, and the system APIs. The experience APIs are mostly designed for the view part, as we all know, like MuleSoft is developed based on the Spring framework, so model, view, and controller. So it's like experience API are the very they are very, like, they are the view part. So, and the different channel APIs channels can be accessed through the APIs here in the experience API. The process APIs that provides, like, let's take the system APIs. The system APIs are a means of insulating the APIs consumer from the complexity and changes underlying systems. So basically, the consumers, with the system APIs, consumer don't need to they don't need to worry about the accessing data from the particular systems. They just need to connect to the API system API, and they can access the data from the different systems. And systems APIs are like, they are finely grained, they are business process independent, and they are highly reusable. So every API in each layer, they are highly reusable, they are highly, like, accessible, discoverable. Now the process API. So the process API are the important APIs because they are the basically they are in the logical layer. So process API provides the means of, like, combining the data and orchestrating the multiple system APIs for a specific business purpose. Basically, all the logic happens here in this process APIs of the processing or the shipment. Like here, the example is the shipment status, the order status, customers, order history, or the logic happening in this process layer APIs. And they are connected with the experience API. They are also connected with the system APIs. And this is a kind of example of API-led connectivity architecture for a single project. So eventually, when the more project architectures are converted into API-led connectivity architecture, it becomes a kind of API network. So that is called the application network. So here you can see, like, multiple project APIs were connected with each other, and it looks like the complete network of APIs. And so basically, API-led connectivity leads to the application network. And each API represents either inventory or, like, customer experience, or the shipping or fulfillment, or, like, system connections and integrations. So far we have seen, like, what's the digital transformation is, why we need the digital transformation, why currently organizations are looking for the solution to meet the current consumer needs, and they are taking digital transformation as the best solution. what are the current trends we have seen. We have seen so far, like what's the blueprint for a digital transformation. We have also seen like how to design the API strategy that is aligned with the and with the, by having the best API strategy, we can achieve the digital transformation. But how MuleSoft can help in digital transformation? How MuleSoft can help? So with the MuleSoft, as we all know, MuleSoft Anypoint platform is the most advanced enterprise platform and the integration platform for designing, developing, and managing APIs and integration. So it's a complete one-stop solution for designing, developing, management of the APIs and other integrations as well. You can connect the systems like ETL, SaaS applications. You can do the API management, business to business, and Internet of Things, and the microservices. Everything you can manage with only one platform, that is MuleSoft Anypoint platform. It's uniquely built as a single product, and you can deploy the APIs anywhere through this platform. It can cover the wide range of use cases. The latest in the MuleSoft provides is the accelerating service that we'll see later. So MuleSoft Anypoint platform is the design once and deploy anywhere. With the Anypoint Design Center, you can design the APIs, you can deploy the API, and in the Anypoint Management Center, you can deploy the APIs either on the on-premise servers, on the private cloud, or on the fully managed iPaaS. That's the platform as a service, the Cloud Hub. So it's all like different deployment options it provides, and it has also the hybrid runtime fabric. It's also the like lot of deployment options available. The platform is only one. Like with only the single platform, you can design the APIs, you can deploy the develop the APIs, you can deploy those APIs anywhere, and also for the different systems, you can create the APIs and make it discoverable across the organization. You can also monitor and track the APIs for the analytics. So this is the API lifecycle management. With the Anypoint platform, you can first design the API specification. The 4 steps are there, like design, simulate, feedback, and validate. You can design the API specification in the API designer, Anypoint API Endpoint Designer. You can build and test the API with the mock service in the API designer, Anypoint Designer itself. After the testing, you can deploy the API in the you can publish the APIs in the Anypoint Exchange. So with the Anypoint Exchange, you can make your API discoverable in
Sonali.
the organization. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Ashish. Yeah, so we have a question from Praveen Kumar. So the question is, yeah, maybe I can answer, or you can go ahead and answer. So can we have some sort of business logic in process API like we doing? So these questions, okay, in system API, Praveen, in system API generally we don't write any business logic. Always we write a business logic in our process API. So yeah, I'm not sure what exactly you wanted to say in the first question. Okay, adding to that, can we expose the process API directly to consumer like experience API? Yes, there is no restrictions that you cannot expose your process API to the consumer, and there is no restriction that you can have only 3 layers. Okay, it's just a best practice. Even you can go with the 2 layers. Okay, even you can go with the 4 layers, 5 layers. Okay, sometime your system API can call the external API. That means you have 4 layers, right? Instead of having external system, you can have one more layer, that is like a data layer, where you'll be invoking the external API, and from there you are getting the data. So the MuleSoft best practice is 3 layers, but anytime you can go ahead and expose your process API to the consumer. You want to add anything, Sonali?
Yeah, I agree with your answer. It's a great answer. It's definitely it's a very flexible. It's not mandatory to use the 3 layers all the time in the API-led connectivity architecture. You can do even point to point. It's in like in some applications it requires you can it's a MuleSoft. It's a great ESB. It works as an ESB as well. It also works great for the orchestration. Like there are so many benefits of the MuleSoft as an ESB. Also defining the API-led architecture. It all depends on the outcome you want to achieve, and also all depends on the system you want to create the architecture for. But it's not necessary or mandatory that you have to use like 3-layer architecture. It all depends on the system, on the outcome you are looking for. So can I continue now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so let's see the API. So MuleSoft Anypoint Platform, it's a very one-stop solution that you can manage the complete API lifecycle management. There are various products like we already discussed the API Anypoint Designer, Anypoint Management, where you Anypoint Exchange, where you can publish the APIs, Anypoint Management, where you can manager you can deploy the APIs, where the API analytics, it's for analyze and the trouble analyzing the APIs. Anypoint monitoring, it's also a product where you can monitor the behavior of the APIs. Recently the Anypoint Visualizer, where you can visualize the APIs in different layers. Anypoint Runtime Manager, where you can define the policy, you can define the governance and the policies, and you can see the API. You can deploy the APIs in the so you can deploy the services, the API manager. So all everything, designing, development, deployment, management, API management in the runtime manager. Also you can do the monitoring and tracking and analytics in the Anypoint platform itself. It's a complete one-stop solution. So MuleSoft also can partner with the organizations in achieving the digital transformation and making the digital transformation successful with the Catalyst approach. So earlier it was called the professional services, but now it's called the Catalyst approach. So Catalyst approach, there are the 3 main aspects, like the business outcomes, technology delivery, and the organization enablement. So by following these 3 aspects of the Catalyst approach, organization can get the customer success. And organization they make all, by following these 3 aspects, like they make the organization's digital transformation successful. So first is the business outcome. Like the business outcomes, in first aspect, they define the outcomes with the clear key performance indicators and also align the stakeholders. In the technology delivery, they just get up they just get up and running the Anypoint platform. They establish the MuleSoft Anypoint platform and start building the APIs for and integration for the different projects. They convert their projects existing architecture into API-led architecture, and they build the APIs. And third one is the organization enablement. So ensure organization is ready to use and adopt the Anypoint platform. So these are the 6 playbooks that MuleSoft Catalyst follow for the best practices. Like, first is the business outcome, as we all see in the last slide, that it's like outcomes. They define the clear KPIs, key performance indicators, and they define the outcomes, business outcomes in this phase. Second is Anypoint platform. In the technology delivery, they just established the MuleSoft platform, Anypoint platform, and they install the platform. Like, they create they take the projects, and they start with making the APIs. They create the API-led connectivity architecture for each project, and eventually it becomes the application network. Third one is the organization enablement. In that, they do the center for enablement. They make everyone aware in the organization. They about the Anypoint platform, internal support. They make sure that stakeholders are all aligned, and also provide the training to the employees of various levels in the organization. So these 6 are the uh, playbooks they follow with each organization in every industry, as the MuleSoft best practices to achieve the customer's vision of business transformation and make it very successful. So this is the in detail the 30-step approach, that each step is very crucial, and it's a blueprint that MuleSoft follow. Like, and if not the if the organization has not hired the MuleSoft Catalyst for this effort, if as a consultant, it's definitely best practice is to follow this 30-step approach, and make starts with the planning for success, establishing the foundation. Third is like build to scale, and the fourth one is measure the impact. But these first 2 are very crucial. It's very important, the planning for success. Like, first define the business outcomes and the KPIs, and develop overall success plan. Second is the technology delivery in planning. Like, make sure the defining the Anypoint platform vision and roadmap, and also the Anypoint platform architecture and implementation plan. Third one, like in the technology delivery, it's like prioritizing the R&D projects and quickly make the APIs for the quick wins. Like, in staffing the project teams. In org enablement, planning is like to assess the integration capabilities and establish the center for enablement, onboard MuleSoft, also determine the internal support and the operating model, also train the initial teams. Once the planning is done, and then second is establishing the foundation. So in each step, like business outcome, it's like monitor and manage the KPIs, second, or the business outcome. In technology delivery, deploy the platform. You define the architectures for the projects. In the build to scale, in both the steps, it's like, for now you have the established foundation ready. So you are just working on the refreshing. You are just working on the scaling it in the organization. So just refresh the success plan every, like, every month or at a certain frequency, and just refresh the success plan. And in the fourth step, you just measure and assess the performance. Also, in every step in technology delivery, the refine and scale the Anypoint platform, measure the Anypoint platform KPIs. In org enablement, you just in establishing the foundation, you just build and publish the assets, evangelize, staff and train and launch the team. Also launch also launch the learning opportunities. In scaling or enablement, you just monitor the platform, drive the consumption, also making sure that APIs and all are consumable by every part of the business, and measuring in all enablement. It's a center for enablement KPIs. You measure and track them, monitor them, also measure the KPIs, skill assessments. So these are the 30 steps blueprint that everyone needs to follow to make the digital transformation very successful. And MuleSoft Anypoint is the best platform. It's a one-stop solution, and with the MuleSoft platform, we can, any organization can achieve the great results. So let's take a look at some case studies, and we'll quickly wrap up after that. So how MuleSoft winning the customers by providing them the extraordinary results. Uh, so we have seen the trends of the digital transformation. So here is the example that HSBC built their API ecosystem using the MuleSoft. HSBC, no need to introduce. It's a world's leading international bank from founded in 1865, and HSBC turned to APIs to unlock the data and build the digital bank for the future. So HSBC has it partnered with the MuleSoft and used the APIs to securely surface the data from legacy system to the core banking services. And they also use the APIs to launch the new innovative products and services like connected money. And by using this MuleSoft API-led connectivity approach, they achieved 75% of decrease in development time, and that's a big result. So second digital transformation trend example is like delivering seamless omnichannel experience. So Decathlon is the company. It's the largest sporting goods retailer in the world, and they up-level their customer experience with the cashless payments, in-store robots, and more. They achieve their goal of creating the new products by creating the reusable APIs. They pull that data via the APIs from their stores order management system, and also like using the MuleSoft, they connected to the backend systems and pull the data from the backend system and use those data to generate the new products, then to create the new flows for the cashless payments and the robots and everything. So basically, it's an innovate. They did the innovation with the MuleSoft, and with the MuleSoft, they achieved their innovation goal, and they increased their project speeds by 3 times, and that's a big number. They achieved that in project speed and delivering time by 3 times. Third one is the creating a single view of customers. That iCare is the Australian workers' compensation insurance company, and they improved their processing speed for the insurance claims by unlocking the customer data. So basically, they wanted to build the claims insurance system, and the iCare team, they modernized their legacy systems using API. They also use their customer data, which were siloed in the SaaS and legacy applications. So they use that data, and they build the claim insurance system. So using the APIs and integrations with the MuleSoft platform, they can surface the data from multiple systems through the through a single claims insurance interface. So that's the kind of, they literally increase the processing speed, and you can see the result. They double that processing speed, and they also double that development speed using the MuleSoft. That is also good amount of number. So fourth one is launching the new products and delivery. So as the digital transformation initiative, LNG insurances use the APIs to deliver the home insurance quotes in just 90 seconds. So initially, LNG insurance were having the multiple flows for getting the insurance quotes, for the home insurance quotes. But with the MuleSoft, they built the smart quote. It's a new flow, and with a new product flow, and that enabling the home insurance advisors and customers get an accurate quote in just 90 seconds. That's the goal they achieved. Like, they have the faster project delivery. They increase that project delivery by 2.5 times by using the MuleSoft, and MuleSoft helped them out in achieving their goal. Last one is the innovating through the automation. So automation is also the current trend in the digital transformation by automating. So TikTok is the Australian fintech company that transforming the traditional home loan process and giving their consumers more control with a smarter home loan. So with the MuleSoft, they uh, like now with the MuleSoft, they literally integrated they did the technology integrations, and they integrated the data on the back end with a property database to instantly calculate the property value via their automated valuation model. So completely they did the innovation with they did the automation approach with the MuleSoft, and they use the APIs to unlock the data from the eForm application, and as well as 21 other systems, that drastically reducing the amount of information needed from the customer and automating the previously manual tasks. So they completely automated the home loan decision process, and the complete home loan decision process they were able to provide the consumers in just 22 minutes, and that's the performance they increased. They also gained the customer satisfaction, and within 22 minutes the automated flow helped the consumers out in making the decisions about the home loans. So these are the 5 case studies for the different trends of digital transformation goals achieved with the help of MuleSoft. I just want to quickly, all of you, just as we spend some time here in understanding what the digital transformation is, what's the current trend, what are the current trends, and how we can establish the API strategy, and how we can achieve the digital transformation, how with the help of MuleSoft we can achieve make the any organization can make the digital transformation very successful. So I just want to now all of you quickly, just for a few minutes, think like you are the chief integration officers, or you are the CIOs of your organization, and just think about these 3 questions. Just answer in your mind, like, how would you like to give the experience to your customers? That is the very first question. Second is, what will be your digital transformation approach? If you are the CIO of your organization, what will be your approach of the digital transformation? And third one is, how will you utilize MuleSoft as your digital transformation partner, as your digital transformation success partner? So just in your mind, just think about it, and just make sure that you, I mean, it will be very helpful, and that will be in your mind. And whenever you have in future, whenever you have the kind of situation, you will definitely have the advantage from this meetup session. I wish you good luck, all of you, and thanks for spending some time here in the Friday night. So now this is the quiz time. Uh,
Yeah, hi Sonia.
Hey, Sonali, thank you so much for that elaborative, session. Like people, I hope people got the idea where digital transformation, where it, our MuleSoft plays a role. I wanted to add few points. Like, yeah, so the things you have covered, right? So based on the customer experience, every business has to, bend, not break, right? That's what we are saying. So business has to be there, but they wanted to, hope that customer experience was there. So few things are like, a repetitive task has to be replaced with the automation that has to be there, and yeah, that is one point over there. And then the API led connectivity, what you are saying, right? So that has to be used over there, and then discoverable, right? So the artifact or assets we are creating, okay,
right.
MuleSoft is playing a role over there. Then definitely new assets, and those assets has to be visible and discoverable to the other teams or business unit of your organization. That's where we can help. Otherwise, if you don't publish those assets to, or if you don't tell that you have asset which can be used or reuse, or you can share with other team members or teams or business units, it's this API led connectivity also is not going to help, right? Unless you keep those assets where in a some centralized location or a place which is visible to the other people. Even if you're following the API led connectivity, that's one my point. Okay, even if you follow the API led approach, and if you create asset and those assets are not visible to other business units, then there is no point of having a shared resource local to your business unit. Correct? So there, I mean, yeah, definitely you'll be creating assets, you'll be reducing the cost, a lot of things will be there. But this point also is important, when you are creating, then shout right, I have an asset or I have an API which can be helpful or which can help other business, in similar or same domain business, right? That's what my point here. Okay. So there are questions, but I don't think it's related to our topic. In which layer of three layers is the best implement OAuth authentication by external provider like Auth0, etc.? Praveen, this is not specific to any layer. This is security point of view. This is you can, and I think it's the organization level. Okay, basically Auth0 or Auth, OAuth is used to secure APIs. You can secure any API. It's not experience API or process API. Or you can secure any API. This is the global part. Okay, that's Praveen. Hope you got my point. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Ashish here that each API should be secured, with like with any type of authentication approach, but each API you can make it secure, in whether it's in experience layer, process layer, or the system layer. Uh, yeah, that would be my approach too.
Yeah. Yes, so thanks for your time, Sonali. Balkish, over
Yes.
to you. We can start the quiz,
Yeah.
right?
So yes, I request all the attendees to log in into Kahoot.it.
Yeah, a few more things. Whoever want to participate, make sure that in the last month you have not owned any vouchers from the MuleSoft, and hope you are not the MuleSoft reader or regular speaker. Give a chance to other guys. Okay, even if you win this voucher, right, you are not going to get that voucher. Okay, so make sure that or help others or give a chance to other attendees to participate. Okay, so that's the only thing I wanted to make a point here.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Balkesh, go ahead.
Yes. Sonali, can I share the screen? Okay. Thank you. So please log into Kahoot.it and please enter this pin
Please go ahead. Have more participants
and
and
give please give your complete name in that.
actual name.
Yeah.
Okay,
So don't give
no,
any nickname, so we can't able to find it who or the winner. So please give your actual name.
yeah, no Bablu, no Pintu.
Yeah.
Okay, and make sure that whichever ID you used for logging, right? Make sure you have training account with that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so there are 12 attendees. If I reduce three, then you know minimum 17. Even if you reduce other meetup leaders, and I'm expecting 15 is a reasonable number, I guess.
Um.
I think you can log.
Log. Okay.
I hope so.
Okay. Let's start. So first question is, this is the thing. So what situation are CIOs currently facing? Yes.
Kalyan, don't give answer in the chat window. You have to log in and give your answer. Okay. Hope. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, most of them give answers. Okay, let's see who's on the top. So Sham, Abhi, Tom, and Ganesh are on the top. So we'll go to the next question. Is digital transformation does not help every organization? Okay. Yes. False is the answer. And again, Aditya came up and Praveen also. Let's go to the next question. What is the current trend in digital transformation? Yes. Again, Aditya, Sham, and Praveen Kumar. So let's have two more questions. Okay, what API connectivity layer is intended to expose a part of a backend database without business logic? Yeah, Devendra is back. Shyam, Aditya, congrats. So last question. Digital transformation is the big move in thinking. Okay. So top is Aditya, congratulations.
Congratulations, Aditya.
Shyam, congratulations. And the topmost is Devendra Bahar. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, we all winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so please share your email IDs with in the chat window. Maybe Balkish, you can later know.
Yeah. So please share your email IDs, guys. Congratulations.
Congratulations, all the winners. Yeah, please share your email IDs and make sure that with this email ID you have a training account. Okay.
If you don't have, please create a
Yeah.
training order with this email ID.
Yes. Exactly.
And Devendra, yeah. Shyam, Shyam, can you please share your email ID? All that?
Sham's email ID is there. No. Second one.
Okay, okay, I didn't saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Devendra, hope you're not own the voucher. Okay. I know this guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks Sonali for the great session. Thank you so much. And thanks everyone for joining this session. And
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Okay.
Thank you so
And
much.
yeah.
Thank you all. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining the meetup, and thanks for congratulations to all trivia quiz winners. Thanks Ashish, thanks Balkis for the great support.
yes,
Thank you, Sonali.
thank
Nice to
you.
Thank
hear
you.
that.
Have a great
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, one more thing, guys. Please give feedback, which is bread and butter for our meetup. Please give feedback and go ahead and share. If you are sharing, please share the about the events and give us in the feedback. Tell us that what exactly you wanted to see, because that's where we organize the meetup and arrange the topics. Okay, and please come forward with the new speakers. Okay, I don't want to go and give session again because yeah, my sessions are getting cancelled. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Devendra.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Thanks.
thanks everyone. Yeah, bye bye. Yeah, take care, Sonali. Yeah,
Thank
bye.
you,
Thank
Sonali.
you.
Bye.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks, Ashish. Bye. Good
yeah,
night.
bye.